All right. With a minute to spare, come on in, everybody. Merry belated Christmas, if that's even a thing. If you celebrate, hello, everybody. Y'all, I'm a mess. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are doing a little early stream because I am flying out tonight. Those of you all who like my travel content, I will be flying to Ghana to ring in the new year, take the group that's traveling with us. So I wanted to go ahead and get my stream out of the way so I can get to the airport instead of pulling up on two wheels. So we're going to go live on TikTok. So if you see me looking at that camera, I am not ignoring you. Oh, let me put my banner here. I put the banner up, but nobody seems to pay attention anyway. So if we have any moderators in the chat, just let people know I will come back on to you all at the end of the stream. So hello to my Instagram and hello to my TikTok. You all can see me, but I can't see you. So if you want to go over, can I see? If y'all want to go on over to TikTok, the channel is Food Talk, like Food Talk TV. And we will be making a granola over there, and that's where I will be engaging. But I just like to come on with you all. Oh man, this apron, I tell you what. I just like to come on a little early with you all, see how you're doing, answer any questions, and then we'll do our stream. So it is, my glasses on, yeah, it's 12 noon Eastern time. So happy holidays, everyone. Hopefully you had a wonderful Christmas with your family. Marcus is actually here. He surprised me. I thought he was going to be at his dad's. So Marcus said he will taste the granola. So I'll get to do my last stream with him and with you all for the year. Okay, so let's go ahead and go live on TikTok. Let me clean these glasses off. Oh. And we're going to make something really simple, y'all. All right. So wake up, Buttercup. Let's go. All right. Let me give you all the side by side. All right, everybody, come on in, come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are going to be making a homemade granola. So if you are team snack, today is your day. We're going to use some really simple ingredients. I'm going to show you all my substitutes, and I'm going to walk you all through the recipe. So the recipe will be posted, if it's not already posted, on foodtalktv.com. Make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV, the home of the longest live cooking show on TikTok. I'm with you all usually Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, but I'm flying out tonight, so I wanted to go ahead and get this stream, the last stream of the year, in here for you all. So come on in. Thank you all for the 17 likes. Hello, Kathy. Oh, that's Katie. Hello, Leslie. We're going to be making a homemade granola. So this is really simple. This is actually a jazz leaf recipe. Jazz is a professional chef. I am not a professional. It will be painfully obvious. I like to say I'm just a mom on the internet, and I love sharing my substitute recipes with you all. This would actually make a great recipe to cook with the kids. Actually, I was thinking about giving this away as flight attendant gifts. I'm going to be traveling. If you all like my travel content, you can follow me at Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all of the platforms. I'm going to be flying Turkish Airways, going to Istanbul, and then to Ghana. So a lot of adventures coming up. But right now we're going to make this homemade granola. So let me show you all the recipe, and then I'm going to walk you through. We'll make it together. This could be great teachers' gifts, neighbors' gifts, flight attendant gifts, or if you have a teenager like me, Marcus is still home. He surprised me. He'll probably eat it up. He'll come taste it. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 500 likes already. Let's see if we can get to 600. Okay, so let me show you all this recipe. Really simple. I'm really excited. Okay. If you're still buying granola at the store, you need to stop. This is the best granola recipe. You can make it home for a fraction of the price. Plus, you get these amazing clusters. Are you kidding me? It's healthy. It's delicious. It makes a great holiday gift. You will never buy granola again. This is one of the recipes from my cookbook. I have her cookbook. Step one is preheat the oven to 325. I added rolled oats into a big bowl. Always like to go for organic. Make sure of any nuts or seeds that you have on hand. Thank you, Katie, for the hearts. Cinnamon right here. Dash of vanilla. Melted coconut oil is going to be what makes it super sticky, but you could also use olive oil or avocado oil. A pinch of salt.
honestly, you could use any liquid sweetener. There's molasses, maple syrup, honey, whatever you have on hand. I'm using molasses. Now we'll combine it all. I want it to look pretty sticky like this. Now we put it onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet. This is arguably the most important part. Press it down so it's on an even layer and press it really, really flat. This is gonna give you the big clusters. We're gonna bake it for just 15 minutes. I'm about to pull them out. Look at her glow. If you're
Okay,
still
y'all.
buying granola.
So you can see this makes a homemade granola. Now, let me give you all the caveat because I am not a professional chef, and a little bit of etiquette because I do teach the finishing school. We are taking hiatus. So if you all want to get in on Lucy and my last class, Teachable Moments with Maggie.com, we start in January. The etiquette about giving homemade gifts, you have to be very careful because sometimes people may not be so excited about receiving it, especially if they don't know you and they don't know your kitchen or your cooking expertise. So this is something that I would probably say for people that you're close to. You can offer it, but usually homemade gifts are a little bit of a borderline. Something packaged would be ideal, especially if you're meeting the in-laws or somebody that you're meeting for the first time, okay? But you all didn't ask me that. We're at 1,200 likes. Thank you all so much. My goodness, come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So if you need to make any of those substitutes for your diet, I love to take recipes that you would make for the family and try and make healthier versions for myself. Again, this recipe is from Jazz Lee. I did a collab with her, and this is her cookbook. It's called Easy Does It, but she's also posted this recipe on her TikTok. So I will show you all the substitutes, but have I made this recipe before? Y'all know I don't do that. I just come in here and start cooking with you all. Hopefully we have all the ingredients. The first time I make anybody's recipe, I try to make it exactly the way they prescribed. And then after that, we can make any substitutes that we want to, okay? So for this recipe, you need a bowl, you need an oven, you need a sheet pan, parchment paper, and looks like a wooden spoon or a spatula. So I know Jazz just released her cookbook. I also have a cookbook, but I love supporting other home cooks. Jazz was a professional chef for Indiana Pacers or some team, but her recipes are, I think, like 7 ingredients or less. So they're great if you are just starting and if you don't want to end up with all of these random ingredients in the house like I have. All right. So again, this is a Jazz Lee recipe, but I linked it in TikTok below. Okay, so she says the first thing to do is to preheat the oven. I will do that eventually, but I like to take my time because I'm going to walk you all through everything. All right, so what we need for this recipe, we need a big bowl. I did clean off the counter, but let me go ahead and clean off the counter and wash my hands just so we make sure safety first. But this would be a great recipe if you've got kiddos in the house from the holidays. And then you could tweak this. I was thinking we could make this granola. We could drizzle it with chocolate, or you could stir some peanut butter in there. Those of you all who like granola or any type of snacks, let me know what other flavors you would add to it. We are at 1,700 likes, now 1,800. Thank you all so much. Please tap the screen. I think this is a team sweet recipe, maybe a little savory, but if you have any snack monsters that may like this content, you can share it as well, all right? So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, Merry everything, all right? Thank you all for spending Friday afternoon with me. This is my last cooking stream of the year. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make all kind of cooking content. I love cooking for others. I love cooking for the family. Ooh, someone cooked for your neighbors for Christmas. Katie said all of your neighbors receive treat trays. That's great. Yeah, I would do that. I'm in a cul-de-sac. I would probably give it to my immediate neighbors, and then the rest of the neighbors, when I do Christmas gifts and Christmas cards, usually they get a candy cane, you know, if you don't know them too well. But I think it's a wonderful gesture. That's how things used to be. I know I'm old, y'all. I just turned 50, so I'm a golden girl, but that's how we used to have community. We used to share and take care of each other. Don't get me started. But this would be great for you, for the family. We got Robin's Cruise Connections in the house. You all please go check out Robin's Cruise Connections, my personal travel agent. If you all saw my content from the Maggie meetup cruise, Lauren sets all of that up, and we actually have the link now. Robin, you can drop it in the chat if it'll let you, or you can go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. We take a group cruise every year in November, so if you all want to join us next November 2026 in Port Canaveral, kids, you can get all of the details. It's Carnival, and I think it's only like $150 deposit or something like that. So I love traveling with you all, and I love traveling myself. So again, I have a 10 p.m. flight tonight, so I'm going to try and give you all content as I go, but I definitely am slowing down. Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's get started. So let's mix this granola. Mix, mix, mix. So we need a big bowl. I did get a bowl. And I love this recipe again because it's really simple, and you may already have these ingredients in the house. Hi, Diaz. Thank you so much for being here. Robert in Tennessee is here. Thank you so much for being here. So good to see all of y'all. We're at 3,300 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3,500. Come on in, everybody. We're making granola. And this is Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. Okay, so you need 3 cups of oats. So I have some old-fashioned oats. Now, she says she likes to go organic. I am not the food police. Do whatever works for you. But if you have oats laying around the house, probably not the packet ones, but if you have some oats like the way we used to cook them on the stove, you can make your own granola. Did you all know that? How many times are we buying granola bars or, spending money? So if you have more money than time, you can buy it. If you have more time than money, you can make it with me. All right, come on in, everybody. So we need 3 cups of oats. So this is what we have, and this is just the Great Value. So this is the Walmart brand. Okay, so let's get a cup measure. And it looks like it makes an almost full sheet pan. I would do this when the kids were little. They're embarrassed now. They're 16 and 18. But when the kids were little, I would make the teachers gifts for this time of year and load them up with all kind of treats. It's just a nice gesture, all right? So 1, 2, and 3. If you thought you were going to eat the oatmeal, but it's just kind of sitting around, this could be a great use of what you already have on hand, all right? So 3 cups of oats. Let me make this a little brighter so I can see. All right, then she says 1 cup of nuts or seeds, all right? Thank you, Mama Tees, for the hearts. Y'all, we're at 4,000 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. Tap the screen if you like crunchy, snacky recipes. Let's see if we can get to 4,500, all right? So 1 cup of nuts or seeds. So just raid your pantry. If you have some sliced almonds, y'all can let me know, what is your favorite nut to eat? I'm a pecan kind of girl. These came in the giveaway box. I'm in the South. I'm in Atlanta. So I remember picking up pecans off of the trees when they would fall growing up in Athens. But this is what I have. You may have some nuts left over from maybe some Christmas cookies or Christmas pies or whatever you have. So I'm going to put the whole thing in there. She did in her recipe, she did half walnuts and half pecans. Make your own granola, all right? Have it your way, Burger King. Hello and Merry Christmas. We got retired Chef Pat. We got a real chef in the house. I am not a chef. It will be painfully obvious, but I do love to cook and I love to feed all of y'all. Tasty. Just brushed my teeth so it's a little minty. All right. So we're gonna measure 1 cup and then we're gonna put it all in there. I like extra crunchy. So we got a cup going into the bowl of 3 cups of oats. I'm gonna do it all. Can you have too many nuts in your granola? Should I chop them up first? Is this too big? I'm wondering. Let's chop these just so we get a cutting board and a knife and look like we know what we're doing. So we'll have some crushed pecans and then we'll have some sliced pecans, right? Figure it out together. All right, so I'm just gonna put these on the cutting board. And you could probably just crush them too. I was wondering, what do you all think? Oh, retired chef says you love my lives. I'm entertaining. Thank you for saying that. When I started my cooking channel, I didn't think anybody would watch. I didn't think anybody would care. I like to say I've been cooking since 1842. My mom is a retired home economics teacher, and so she cooked for the family all the time. So I cook for the family. But a little story time as I'm chopping up our pecans. Come on in, everyone. We made it to 5,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 6,000. We're making a homemade granola today, and we're just chopping up some pecans. I guess any brand is fine. Or if you can buy the ones that are already chopped, you can use those. What was the question? Dia says, are you liking our weather right now? I don't know if you're asking me, but it's beautiful in Atlanta. Anyway, I started my cooking channel. You know, I'm old, so I'm on Facebook, and I used to just cook. Hey, babe. Y'all, that's Marcus. He is our oldest. He is, you want to say hello or not really? Marcus is going to taste the granola when it's done.
Oh, you're granola in it.
Yeah, I'm making homemade granola.
Super.
All right. So, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Listen for the doorbell from Mr. Tyrone. He's going to come wash the car, but I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, okay? Thanks, babe. Anyway, mom's got a mom. So anyway, I used to just cook whatever I was making, and then I would just finish and put the finished product online, like a post of the picture. Oh, you're just north of me, Diaz? And people would ask me questions like, did you make that? Yeah, I guess I'm pretty good with presentation, but you know, they were like, did you make that? And I said, yeah, I made that. So then we would go back and forth in the comments, you know, how did you make it? Where did you get the ingredients? What did you do? And so I was just answering in the comments, well, this is how I made it. And then I just decided, well, let me turn on the camera and show y'all. And that's how my channel started. So I'm just happy y'all are here. Okay. So we have our chopped pecans. This is just a rough chop, and this is going to grow in the granola. I'm doing a little extra. The recipe calls for 1 cup, but we're putting 2 cups in there. All right. I like extra everything. Y'all know we are team greedy over here. But if you're sticking by the recipe, didn't I just say the first time I do it by their recipe, and look at me messing up already. All right. So you could do pecans, you could do walnut, you could do peanuts. Now she says any nuts or seeds. I do have some chia seeds, but I don't know if this would go well in granola. What do y'all think? This is usually good in like a chia pudding when you let it soak and get kind of like that boba consistency. And I also have quinoa. Is this a seed? I don't know, y'all. This is the healthy stuff that I found in the pantry. I don't know what quinoa is. Is it a seed? Let's keep going. But if y'all want me to add these, I will. But if you have pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, those are the ones. Ooh, Katie says you add chia seeds to your granola. All right, Katie, we'll do like a little sprinkle for you. Why not? We went extra with the nuts. So far what we have is 3 cups of oats and 2 cups of pecans. Okay, so I am not a doctor, but chia seeds are good for your tummy. They're good for gut health. They expand with liquid, so it just helps keep everything moving as it should. And you can see chia seeds here are really, really tiny, almost like poppy seeds. So I'm just going to do a tablespoon, and I'll just add that in there for you, Katie. All right. So you can put these in your smoothies. You can soak them with like milk and other things and make all kind of chia. Chia pudding was the rage for a while. Okay, now she says you can do whatever sweetener that you like. Thank you so much, Diaz. Thank you for being here. You want a 1/4 cup? All right, I'll do a little bit more in a second. Now, she said you can do any sweetener that you like. You can do, she has maple syrup in the recipe. I have maple syrup. I also have honey. And then when this goes in the oven, I will show you all my substitutes. Let me get the maple syrup from the boys' fridge. Come on in, everyone. All right, since Marcus is a Marine, he will burn off of these calories. All right, so you could use honey. You need a sweetener to make it sweet. I have real wild honey here. You can use that. In the recipe, she also has maple syrup. This is the Walmart real maple syrup. But she said that she used molasses. Y'all, I checked the fridge. Why do I have pomegranate molasses? What recipe I bought this for, I don't know, but this is what happens when I have all these ingredients lying around. So we're going to use this. It's a third of a cup of maple syrup. I'm going to taste this. I don't even remember. Oh, I know. We did the Lebanese. Were y'all with me when we did like a Lebanese dish or something? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm like, why do I have, okay. Third of a cup. Let's taste it. I just thought, pomegranate might be a little fancy. Let's see if it tastes fruitier. It looks like that medicine we had when we were kids, right? I like it, but it's got a little tartness to it. And since I'm giving this to Marcus, I don't mind it, but I don't want him to say, what's that taste? It tastes really good, but it's got a little zip right here, almost borderline citrusy. So I think I'm going to go with maple syrup. We'll do the maple syrup just because I know he eats maple syrup in his pancakes. All right. And we're going to do one other thing. So hold the phone on that one. I'm going to show you all something else. We need a third a cup of melted coconut oil or olive oil to make it sticky. So I was going to pour the maple syrup in here, but when you put syrup into like a container, it'll stick. We're going to use the coconut oil first. Yes, we're going to do the coconut oil first and then because it's the same measurement, a third and a third. Then we'll put the honey in here and it'll pour right out. All right, come on in, everybody. We're at 7,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are just making homemade granola today. Okay, so I have this Struggle coconut oil from Costco, and we need a third of a cup. So I'm just going to scoop out some and we'll melt it really fast in the microwave. So I'm going to eyeball it. You all know coconut oil solidifies really easy. I'll just do a couple spoons. I'm eyeballing what I think is a third of a cup. It smells so good. Oh my God. I love coconut. Now, if you don't like the coconut flavor or you're allergic to coconuts, then you could substitute olive oil or any oil that you want. All right, so we're going to put this coconut oil in the microwave and then we'll measure out a third of a cup. All right, so come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making a homemade granola. This could be great as a gift. So far, all we've done is 3 cups of whole oats. We've done 2 cups of pecans, and then we did a tablespoon of chia seeds. Maybe we'll do some more chia seeds. Let's see. Doesn't take long to melt. Almost there. All right. So we're going to add the oil in here. That's what's going to make it sticky. So if y'all are just coming in, let me show you, and then we'll continue.
You need to stop. This is the best. If you're still buying granola at the store, you need to stop. This is the best granola recipe you can make at home for a fraction of the price. Plus, you get these amazing clusters. Are you kidding me? It's healthy, it's delicious, it makes a great holiday gift. You will never buy granola again. This is one of the recipes for my cookbook right here. Step 1 is to preheat the oven to 325. I added rolled oats into a big bowl. Always like to go for organic. Make sure of any nuts or seeds that you have on hand using walnuts and pecans. Cinnamon right here. Dash of vanilla. Melted coconut oil is going to be what makes it super sticky, but you could also use olive oil or avocado oil. A pinch of salt. Honestly, you could use any liquid sweetener. There's molasses, maple syrup, honey, whatever you have on hand. I'm using molasses. Now we'll combine it all. I want it to look pretty sticky like this. Now we put it onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet. This is arguably the most important part. Press it down so it's on an even layer and press
Thank you,
it really,
Katie.
really flat. This is gonna give you the big clusters. We're gonna bake it for just 15 minutes. I'm about to pull them out.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and I just thought of something.
You need to stop this.
I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven to 325. I'm gonna go ahead and put in all of the dry ingredients first before I add the liquid, okay? So hold on the coconut oil. Let's make sure our oven is empty. Y'all know how I use it for storage. Okay, so bake at 325. Okay, so we had coconut oil in the microwave. All right. So this is melted, but I'm gonna do the coconut oil. Someone over here says honey. Maybe we'll do honey and maple syrup. And let me make sure I have vanilla. She had vanilla on there. I think I have some. Please, please, please. I think I bought some. Fingers crossed, y'all. I'm always winging it. Ah! Oh, goodness. Okay. Shucks. You know those cooking shows where everything is, prepared and there are no mess ups? This is not that. Come on in, everybody. Let's see. We need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So I do have cinnamon. So let's go ahead and add that in. Or you could probably do any warming spice that you like, okay? Teaspoon. Let me just check over here. Peppermint. I have coconut. Maybe we'll do that. I found some coconut extract. It's supposed to be vanilla. I know it's not the same, y'all. All right, so we need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. You could do allspice, maybe nutmeg. And then you need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Gotta have some salt with the sweet. Hello, Adelinda. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We're at 9,700 likes. Let's see if we can get to 10,000. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're going a little early today because I'm flying out tonight. So if you want to follow my travel content, I wanted to get this in for you all. So let's get some salt. Hopefully y'all are okay with coconut. I'm thinking since we're doing coconut oil, maybe coconut extract will be okay. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toss or stir the dry ingredients. Then we'll add the oil, the extract, and the sweetener. Okay. So oats, cinnamon, chia seeds, salt, pecan, and oh my gosh, y'all, it smells so good. It smells like Christmas. Thank you all so much for being here. Hello, Sweet Pea. We made it to 10,000 likes. Thank you, everyone. I just wanted to give the dry ingredients a little bit of a toss, and then we'll get in here with the wet ingredients. Because once we do the wet ingredients, especially since we have coconut oil and we have maple syrup, this is where I usually mess up. I'm gonna go ahead and get my tray and my parchment paper ready so that as soon as we mix it, it's ready to pour. Because that's one thing I struggle with, getting everything in order, and then I'm running around like a chicken. But anyway, so we're making a homemade granola. I'm very excited. Marcus is still home. He'll be leaving again very soon. Actually, I'll be leaving before him. So I'm very happy he's gonna give this a taste. Okay, so dry ingredients, 3 cups of oats, 1 cup of nuts or seeds or extra, cinnamon, and salt. So those are all the dry ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to get a sheet pan ready, and then I'm going to put some parchment paper. Parchment paper has been treated with silicone, so it's great for non-stick, okay? I watch these reels and everything comes together so perfect, and then I'm over here like, why doesn't mine look like that? All right. So we're just going to drape this over. Perfect. All right. I'll sprinkle a little bit of water on the bottom. Kind of like a little bit of insurance so that it doesn't move too much. Okay. So let me move quickly because our coconut oil has been melted. Doggone it. Did I use up all of the vanilla? I'm going to look one more time, y'all. Oh, no, I found it. I was looking for the McCormick, y'all, but we have the Walmart brand. Thank goodness. Okay. It probably would be good with vanilla, with coconut too. So this is pure vanilla extract. So let's go ahead and go in with our wet ingredients. Come on in, everybody. Now we're cooking with gas. Our oven is heating up. I'm so excited. Y'all, it's the little things. Does anybody else get excited when a recipe is coming together, or is it just me? I know. Focus, Maggie. Okay. How much vanilla? There's no vanilla on here. Did she say how much vanilla? They don't say.
It's healthy, it's delicious. It makes a great holiday gift. You will never buy granola again.
Let me look in her
This
cookbook.
is one of the recipes from my cookbook right here. Step 1 is to preheat the oven to 325. I added rolled oats into a big bowl. Always like to go for organic. Mixture of any nuts or seeds that you have on hand using walnuts and pecans. Cinnamon right here. Dash of vanilla.
Dash of vanilla. Okay, we're dashing.
Also use olive oil.
We're dashing. For me, a dash is a capful. Y'all, I get so stressed out about getting stuff right. I know. Real chefs don't care. They just eyeball it. I'm over here sweating bullets. All right, we're going to do a dash. Struggling, y'all. Won't hurt. I know. Won't hurt. But then I'm like, could you ever do too much vanilla? Is that even a thing? Okay, literally, I was like panicking. Okay, so we're just going to go in with a capful. Why y'all keep coming back to watch me struggle cook? I don't know, but I appreciate you. I enjoy you and appreciate you. Okay, focus, Maggie. We got vanilla. Then we're going in. We need 1/3 cup of coconut oil. My handle broke off. It's janky. I know. All of your equipment looks perfect. All right, so 1/3 cup. That's not 1/3 cup. Shoot. We need more coconut oil. Y'all, I eyeballed it. Okay, everything is going wrong. Hold on, hold the phone. We need more coconut oil or our granola is going to be all dry and ashy and we can't have that. All right, so we're going to put some more in the microwave. I got this big old, I'd rather have more than less. Hold on, we need extra oil. Okay, extra coconut oil. Okay. Oh my gosh. I got some on my hands, just rub it in. Great moisturizer. Y'all know I do that for real. My massage therapist, okay, a little bit TMI, but she'll melt this down and use this for massage. Absolutely. Don't waste. Y'all know all that stuff in the store that they have with shea butter and coconut oil. You can use the stuff that you have, all right? There's nothing wrong with splurging, but all that stuff, look, get some of this coconut oil. All right. Not dry and ashy, I know. Thank you all so much. Hello, Megan. Come on in, everyone. We're at 16,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 17.5. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to the moisture edition of Homemade Granola. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we need coconut oil. Let's see if it's melted down. All right. All right, so almost you'll be okay. All right, so we need, this is what I have, and it wasn't full. So I'm just going to put all of it. All right. So coconut oil is going in. And then some of y'all said honey. Some of y'all said maple syrup. You need a sweetener. And I'm doing the maple syrup after the coconut oil. Oops. Because it comes out clean. If you had done it before, it's not the end of the world, but you'd have been in there scraping and scrambling. Okay. We did the vanilla, oil, and that's it. Let's stir it up. Stir it up. All right, y'all, this looks so good. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like oily oats. Okay, our temperature is ready. So she says you want to make sure it's nice and sticky. Do you think I should put more oil because we have more nuts? Y'all remember I doubled up on the nuts. We got these chia seeds. I want it to be like clumpy. And then this is going to go, what do y'all think? Something says do a little bit more coconut oil. And I'm going to taste it. Y'all know I'm a big taster. My mom says taste as you go. There's nothing raw in here. This is vegan. Shout out to our team vegans. You need to count for the extra nuts. Okay, so more coconut oil. Stressing me out. Okay, we're not measuring anymore. We have, we're going off the grid.
I'm just gonna get a chunk. Okay, y'all, this is so janky. Like, all right, but I am gonna taste it just for consistency. We added extra nuts. If you missed that, sorry. All right, let's do a minute because I don't want it to start sticking to itself. Yeah, it's already starting to dry. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Okay, let's get a little taste just for the balance of the cinnamon, the sweet, and everything. Y'all, so good. Okay, focus. I'm gonna move the cutting board because we're gonna add the oil, then we're gonna put it on the sheet pan. I'm excited. All right. Just a little extra coconut oil. How much? That much. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess. All right, I think this is good, y'all, because as soon as it starts to cool, it's gonna solidify. So you all can see it's kind of shiny. All right, so we're gonna go onto the sheet pan. We're gonna dump it all out. Oh my goodness, y'all. When I tell you, it smells like Nature Valley. Can y'all see that? Now she said press it out really flat, all right? So we're gonna press it out really flat, but hopefully y'all can see. She says making it super flat is what gives you the crispy clusters. Maybe I should have gotten a bigger sheet pan, but I'm really like using the back of the spoon to mash it in there, and then this just goes in the oven for 15 minutes. So we gotta figure out what y'all wanna do for 15 minutes. Oh my gosh, this looks good. Y'all, my mind is already like, I would drizzle it with chocolate. Oh, you could put some peanut butter, some melted peanut butter in there. So, all right, just really press, make it as flat as possible. Oven's at 325, and we're going in. Okay. So this is what we have. So this is our homemade granola. It smells delightful. Needs chocolate? Y'all want to do some chocolate? Oh, okay. Let's do that. And let's do 15 minutes. Okay. I just had a thought. Oh my goodness. What if we did like a tasting station? What if we did like chocolate drizzle? Why am I whispering? I don't know. This is the problem. What if we did like chocolate drizzle, a peanut butter drizzle? Y'all. Okay, focus, Maggie. Who wants the spoon? I know you want it. I know you want it. I'm not tossing that. Y'all, it is so good. All right. If there were little ones around, they would be asking for it. What do y'all think about that? You love that? Okay, let's see. I know I have peanut butter. Ooh, we could do like a honey drizzle. We're never gonna get this weight off, y'all. I'm trying. Hold up. Apron accident. Okay. Do I have chocolate? I didn't plan for this, y'all. Please tell me I have chocolate. Hidden in the freezer. Come on in, y'all. I'm looking for my stash of chocolate. So janky. Oh. I found some, y'all. I'm telling you, you know how you hide stuff? That was embarrassing. Okay, look, this is your substitute. We have some chocolate chips, and these are no sugar added, okay? So they're healthy. They're basically a vegetable, all right? We're at 21,000 likes. So let's do like some melted chocolate. Let me find the peanut butter. Hold the phone. It's in the other fridge. Okay.
We don't just have peanut butter. We have honey peanut butter. Y'all, chocolate. What if we did a swirl? What if we did a chocolate peanut butter granola swirl? And then we have honey. Oh, this is heavy. For those of y'all that wanted honey, we'll do like a honey granola, a chocolate granola. You're coming over. Come on over. I got a whole pan of granola. Okay, focus, Maggie. So let's melt some chocolate, melt some peanut butter, and then get our honey. Let's get our stations set up. Okay, focus. Let me get 3. So janky. I know, y'all. I know. It's a mess. Okay. I do this for you all. It's for research purposes, okay? You made me do it. So we have 3 little dollar store containers, so we look like we know what we're doing. I'm gonna move everything out of the way. We'll take a picture of just the granola, and then we'll like break it up into like little chunks. And let me see what we can do. Y'all, this honestly, like I'm having so much fun by myself. I mean, I'm cooking with y'all, but if you had little ones, I love assembly meals. Anything where everybody can customize their own. So if someone doesn't eat chocolate or whatever, you can do little stations so everybody can partake, okay? So we're just moving this stuff out of the way. Then we're gonna melt some chocolate, and we're gonna melt some peanut butter, and we're gonna pour some honey. And then since Marcus is here, this is guilt-free. You all know I love cooking for the Marines. See, I hear him. If I had, Marcus and his friends are taken to the Marines, I could get rid of all of it quickly. But I fly out tonight, so I'll give it all away. Okay, focus. All right, let's get everything out of the way. All right, so we're gonna pour some chocolate chips. This brand, I think it just came from, I don't know, Kroger or somewhere. But you can do, if you can have regular chocolate, use the like Nestle Toll House or whatever, but there are some lower sugar options. This one says 1 gram if you want to screenshot it. And also darker chocolate. If you need to avoid dairy, the darker the chocolate, the less milk component, okay? And we're gonna put a little bit of coconut oil in here. It'll actually melt, like it'll be more drizzleable, if that's a word. All right. So nothing goes to waste. We have the coconut oil from our extra oil emergency, and literally just like a little pat of coconut oil in there. You can melt it, just the chocolate, but it gives it like a nice little shine, a nice little glossiness, okay? So I'm gonna wait until our granola comes out, because if we melt this now, it'll be solid as a rock. Doom, 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 doom. You didn't ask for that, but you got it anyway. I'm excited. Okay, next, let's go in for some peanut butter. Hope everybody's doing well. We're at 24,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making homemade granola. We're going to do a little tasting station. Once I open this, okay, you know what? This is the thing. I give all the food away when the boys come and then they go back to their dads. I load them up with like grocery bags. Once I open this peanut butter, it's over. I'm putting it on everything. I'm putting on spoons and licking the spoons. It is that bad. Oh my God. Y'all. I ordered, there's some stuff like you can't have in the house. I ordered something and they substitute this. Y'all know how I do the delivery. And I was like, you want me to go down in a blaze of glory, in a glaze of peanut butter glory, right? Okay. So we're gonna do a nice, this was in the fridge, y'all. I try to put stuff in the fridge, in the freezer, like in the back so I don't see it. Does anybody else do that? Is it helping? No. This reminds me of the chocolate peanut butter ice cream. You know, if you like peanut butter ice cream, when it has the big hunks of like hard or frozen peanut butter in there, and you get a nice little. Oh my gosh, y'all. honey peanut butter. It's almost got like a little crunch of peanut in there. Maybe it's just frozen peanut butter solids because I had it in the fridge. I'm really doing the most. But we're gonna melt this too. So it'll be nice and drizzleable on our granola. Hold on. Y'all already know we don't waste. Okay, chocolate station, peanut butter station. And then we have some honey. We won't have to melt that, but to do like an authentic granola. There's maple syrup inside, but maybe we'll drizzle with a little bit of honey. You know, I guess we could microwave it and do a nice little, what if we did the trifecta? What if we did chocolate drizzle and peanut butter drizzle and honey drizzle? I want to cry. We don't even know, but it's going to be good. Okay, if you want chocolate, use the chocolate emoji. If you want peanut butter, put the peanut emoji. And if you want honey, put the honey emoji. And if you're team greedy like me and you want all of it, whatever combination that you like. Grace is all of it. I know, y'all. It's so exciting. Okay, we'll keep this to stir. No, we're gonna do clean everything. All right. For our little tasting station. Y'all, I was just gonna make the granola and bag it up and give it away. Y'all got me over here doing taste tests. Okay, let's get a nice little platter. Do I have my platter? Okay. So we're gonna do our regular granola. So for those of y'all who are just coming in, okay, we got 5 more minutes. 5 minutes Dougie Fresher on this granola. All right, so let me show you the video. For those of y'all who are just coming in, level 1 is in the oven. We are making some granola, and then we're gonna do some extra. Okay, Katie wants all of them. Michelle wants chocolate and honey. Okay, Megan wants chocolate, peanut butter, and honey. Trini wants all of them, chocolate, peanut butter, and honey. Okay, y'all are greedy like me. So let me show y'all what we're making.
If you're still buying granola at the store, you need to stop. This is the best granola recipe you can make at home for a fraction of the price. Plus, you get these amazing clusters. Are you kidding me? It's healthy, it's delicious, it makes a great holiday gift. You will never buy granola again. This is one of the recipes from my cookbook, right here. Step 1 is to preheat the oven to 325.
Done.
I add rolled oats into a big bowl. Always like to go for organic. Make sure of any nuts or seeds that you have on hand.
Pecans.
Using walnuts and pecans. Cinnamon right here.
Yep.
Dash of vanilla.
Yep.
Melted coconut oil is what makes it super sticky, but you can also use olive oil or avocado oil. A pinch of salt.
Yep.
Honestly, you could use any liquid sweetener. There's molasses, maple syrup, honey.
Oh, I'll show
you
y'all
have
some
on hand. I'm
substitutes.
using molasses. Now we'll combine it all. I want it to look pretty sticky like this. Now we'll put it onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet. This is arguably the most important part. Press it down so it's on an even layer and press it really, really flat. This is gonna give you the big clusters. We're gonna bake it for just 15 minutes.
Granola crack, 15 minutes. Okay, now I hope you can eat it right away because I didn't factor in time to let it cool. So it's in the oven. We got 4 minutes left. In all seriousness, I'm your substitute teacher because I usually use substitutes. So let me give you all a few sugar substitutes that you can use. Since I'm making this for Marcus, we have real maple syrup in there, and then we have honey for our tasting station. But I do have some sugar-free sugars that I can show y'all. Okay. I've showed these before, but I know we always have new people. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, okay, you probably wouldn't be eating oats. But anyway, I want to show you all some of the sugar substitutes. Now, we're using maple syrup and honey. So let me show you all a honey substitute, 2 honey substitutes that I have. Okay, so this one is Chalk Zero. If y'all want to screenshot this stuff, none of this is sponsored. I'm just showing y'all if you can get all this on Amazon. So this is a 0 sugar honey. All right, so what I do like, you can see the consistency. It's kind of got the stickiness of and the viscosity of honey. That's an option. This one is Wholesome Yum, zero sugar honey. This one is also Amazon or Walmart, but you can see here, this one is also pretty thick. So if you need to use honey in a recipe or a tea or anything like that, these two have been substitutes that I use. So you have Chalk Zero or you have Wholesome Yum. Chalk Zero also has, y'all, you know how I'm always getting these specialty ingredients. I can't remember what we made, but there was a recipe that called for hot honey and I didn't have any. So we made our own with like chili and honey. Chalk Zero also makes the hot honey. So if you're doing like, I don't know, chicken fingers or Nashville chicken or anything, they have a zero sugar hot honey. All right. And then y'all that were with me for those onion cups, do you remember she wanted that Irish mayo? This is not for this recipe. This finally arrived from Ireland, that Ballymaloe Irish mayo. Ugh, I may taste it just to see how it is, but those of y'all who remember that. Okay, and then a couple other sugar substitutes. This one is Splenda. This one is a zero sugar liquid sweetener. However, you can tell, I wouldn't say it's watery, but it's a lot looser than your honey substitutes. So it gives you the sweetness. Maybe this would be good for beverages, but just know that this one is a little bit more watery. And then there's this one too, allulose. So this is another 0 calorie sweetener, but you can see here it's also pretty jiggly. So it's not going to give you the thickness of a honey. But if you all need some sugar substitutes, those are some substitutes. This is peanut butter. If you can't have peanuts, cashew butter, almond butter, if you can't have nuts at all, sunflower butter, because those are seeds, right? Not nuts. Y'all, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Do not listen to me. I'm just giving you some substitutes, all right? And then chocolate, we're using the zero sugar chocolate chips. You can also get some vegan chocolate chips, the ones that don't use dairy. If you want to avoid dairy, dark chocolate is good for that. The more milk chocolate you go, the more dairy is in it. But you could do, I think there's some chocolate chips that use coconut milk instead of regular milk. But anyway, I just like giving you all some options so you can have some of the same things, especially if you're eating with others. It's the holidays time. And this is a great hack if you are invited and it's like a potluck and you were told to bring something that you can eat and share with others. But, just let them know this has got, no dairy or whatever. But just wanted to give you all some substitutes, sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes. Is this gluten-free? I think this is gluten-free because it has oats. I think gluten comes from wheat, from bread. So I think this is gluten-free. I don't know, y'all. All right. We're at 31,000 likes. Thank you all so much. You're welcome. Okay, let's get it out. Hold up. Okay, 15 minutes. You're on. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's move our station really quick. I hope the recipe doesn't say anything for it to cool. It says bake at 325 for 15 minutes. So that's what we did. Let's get it out and let's see what it looks like. I washed all my mitts because it's the holidays. When I tell you, thank you for the cake, Cindy. When I tell you my house smells like Nature Valley, and I don't even know what that smells like because I've never been there. It smells so good, y'all. I'm telling you, if you can make a few things from home, it's so good. Okay. Y'all, the nuts have like, I don't know if you can see, why am I whispering? I don't know. You know how when nuts get hot, they kind of open up and like the oils come out. So it smells very like nutty, like pecan-y. And then the cinnamon that we put on there. Oh, I'm telling you. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a picture just like this. And then I'm going to lift it onto the tray. And then we're going to break it up into pieces. What I really want to do, you didn't ask me this. I want to melt my chocolate and my peanut butter, and I want to do like a whole bark. Would y'all let me do that? Cat Dog says you made Japanese milk bread. That sounds so yummy. Maybe not, because then it'll be messy to break it up. Yeah, I want to so bad though. It would be pretty if you had time to let it go. We could do like a honey drizzle and then turn it a quarter and then do like a peanut butter drizzle and then turn it a quarter and then do the chocolate drizzle. Oh! Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's take a picture. Y'all, my mind, I'm gone. I know, I've lost it. Just come back, Maggie. I'll be back eventually. I'm in Nature Valley, wherever that is. All right, let's take a picture. Y'all, I am so excited. It is the little things. And this, like, you could put this in lunches for the kids. Thank you all for the gifts. Thank you, Adelinda, Jeanette. Thank you all so much, Mama T. We're at 34,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 35,000. Tap the screen if you like granola snacks. All right, so let's do one close up. Get in there. So you see all the texture. Let's do with the flash. Oh, yeah. Okay, focus. And then let's do one up close with the flash. And then let's do a video. All right, so today we are making the Jazz Leaf homemade granola. We're gonna do some extra tasting session. Hold up. I got excited. All right, everybody, we're gonna do some tasting sessions. Today we have the Jazz Leaf homemade granola. This is oats, pecans, maple syrup. We added some chia seeds, some coconut oil, cinnamon, and salt. And then I've got some honey, some peanut butter, and some chocolate we're gonna melt and see how we like it. Enjoy. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's see. Gosh, I want to drizzle the whole thing, but all right, let me think this through. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to move it onto the tray and then we'll break it up and then we'll drizzle the sections on the tray. That way you could take the piece that you wanted. Because if somebody doesn't want, talking to y'all like you're here, you are here. We're here together. Okay. But if you know that everybody wants everything, go for it. It's still kind of, at this point, I feel like I'm supposed to let it cool. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the granite while I melt the chocolate and peanut butter because it's still, y'all can see like, see if the cold from the granite will help it cool down. Because the pan is hot. All right. While this is cooling, let's go ahead and melt. I'm gonna put all of them in at the same time because I'm worried if I do one, then it'll start to set. Chocolate, peanut butter, and honey. And we'll just stir. We'll do like 30 seconds and then stir. I really wanted the big clusters. Maybe I messed it up because I added the extra pecans, but it's okay. It's good, y'all. It smells so good. And she said that you could put this in a container and it'll stay for up to like 4 weeks. All right. Thank you all so much for all the gifts. We're at 37,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Come on in, everybody. We made homemade granola today. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I'm just letting it cool. I really want to get some big clusters, but I think it might be a little thick for that. But it's okay. Granola can be crumbly. All right. So we're going to do our chocolate, peanut butter, and then honey. All right, stir up the chocolate. Ooh, y'all, the honey. Ooh. The honey is bubbling. All right, so we added some coconut oil. I'm just going to give it a little bit of stir, and I'm going to take the honey out. You don't want your chocolate to scorch, especially if you're using the type of chocolate that's like one of these substitutes. All right, so we're going to put that back in for 30 more seconds. Our honey is nice and lava hot.
We'll check on the peanut butter in a second. But really, we're done. God, this smells so good.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV. There is live cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day, except for Sundays is reserved for special guests and interviews. I'm with you all Fridays. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I make food and femininity content. I also like to travel blog. So if you like my travel content, I'll be flying out again tonight to Ghana. All right. So you can see our chocolate is starting to shine. We want to give that one more stir, and then we're going to go in for 30 last seconds. And I'm going to check on the peanut butter as well. And while it's in there, we'll move our granola over. Okay. Our peanut butter had come out of the fridge. All right. We'll put them both in for like 30 more seconds. Oh my God.
Greedy. All right, so let's go ahead. Our honey is done. All right. I wanted the big chunks. Maybe it will when it cools. I'm losing it. We got a little chunk. All right. Y'all, this looks delightful. I lost some, but it'll be okay. We have a little extra over here. Ooh, on the pan, we got some nice little chunks.
All right, so this is option number one. All right, so you have your homemade granola.
Smells delightful.
Okay, let me just take one more picture in the plate. I want to hurry up and get my chocolate. All right, take a look at our homemade granola. This is oats, pecans, coconut oil. We have cinnamon, we have salt, and some chia seeds. Enjoy. All right, y'all. Let's go with the chocolate first because that will set. All right, I'll do 3 sections. Okay. All right.
I want to do all of it. And then you could put this like in the fridge.
Oh my God. All right. So we have the chocolate. So satisfying.
I want to do all of it. We have our peanut butter. That's my section right there. It's not as pourable as I thought. It's more. All right. You could have saved some chocolate chips too to sprinkle on there. You probably could put some chocolate chips on right out of the oven and they would have melted. And then, all right, we have peanut butter.
And then the honey. All right. So, peanut butter, your favorite? I want a section with everything. So we have our homemade granola. If you wanted it plain, I hope you got some before we put all that on there. Then we have some peanut butter and some honey. All right. I'm going to take a little bite of everything. All right. I want to go in for the peanut butter. Yeah. Spoon. All right. What section are we going in for first? We'll try the honey. Go over here in the corner where nobody knows my name. All right. So we have a nice little section with some honey on here. Y'all, it tastes like a warm hug, even though it's like hot in Atlanta. God, it's so good. Okay, peanut butter. Peanut butter granola is my favorite too. All right, let's go. We have a little bit of peanut butter. Oh, I'm having choke. .999 out of 10. Y'all, it tastes like a Nature Valley granola bar dipped in peanut butter. The only thing, she didn't say in the recipe, but I bet you're probably supposed to let this cool because the granola is still, the oats are still a little bit like they give when you bite down into them. You know, granola is supposed to like bite back. I bet you if I put this in the fridge or freezer, it would stiffen up with that coconut oil and give you that crunch. So I'm just missing a little bit of texture, but as far as taste, all right, I hear feet. Marcus is coming. Let's get the last one, which is the chocolate. Let's come over here to the side. And we have some chocolate. This one, this tastes like, what are those kids' chewy granola bars with the chocolate chips in them? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one that has a little chocolate chips wrapped in like the foil. That's what this tastes like. You could make these and put them in the little silicone molds. That's what that tastes like. Dancing Queen says, how did you make it? Let me go get Marcus and then I'll show you the video. Oh my God, y'all. Let me just eat this last little piece in the corner. So good. But yeah, all we did was mix oats, maple syrup. Y'all, I'm so greedy. Am I doing this right now? Oats, granola. No, this is granola. Hold on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Quaker Oats granola, chewy granola. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this was just in the oven. I'm just putting these last little pieces on here. I'm telling y'all, you can make this. The only thing is, it probably just needs to cool. It's still warm when you bite into it. But if you like warm oats, like oatmeal, you could top this on your oatmeal. Okay. Let me go get the marine. I want a bite of all three. Am I greedy? Yes. Okay, hold on one second. Come on in, everybody. Let's get the final taste test. Marcus? Ready? All right, thank you. All right, everybody. So for those who just came in, I'll show you the video. Marcus is coming down to taste. Let me give him a spoon. I'll probably just put it in the fridge and let it kind of solidify.
Need to stop. This is the best granola recipe you
Thank
can
you,
make
Megan.
at home for a fraction of the price. Plus, you get these amazing clusters. Are you kidding me? It's healthy, it's delicious, it makes a great holiday gift. You will never buy granola again. This is one of the recipes from my cookbook right here. Step 1 is to preheat the oven to 325. I added rolled oats into a big bowl. Always like to go for organic. Mixture of any nuts or seeds that you have on hand using walnuts and pecans. Cinnamon right here. Dash of vanilla. Melted coconut oil is going to be what makes it super sticky, but you can also use olive oil or avocado oil. A pinch of salt. Honestly, you could use any liquid sweetener. There's molasses, maple syrup, honey, whatever you have on hand. I'm using molasses. Now we'll combine it all. I want it to look pretty sticky like this. Now we put it onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet. This is arguably the most important part. Press it down so it's on an even
Maybe
layer.
I'm not strong enough.
Really, really flat. This is going to give you the big clusters.
That's what I wanted, the big clusters. All right. So this one has got chocolate. This one has got peanut butter. And then this one has honey. Marcus is going to let us know what he thinks of the homemade granola.
Do you want a bowl with some milk? You want to eat it like cereal?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
That's good.
it's good. Do you have a favorite?
Honey.
The honey? I figured as much. The honey is going to be closest to regular oatmeal. Babe, did I give? I sent you.
Yeah, I took them up.
Okay. But I'll pack it up and send it with you. You'll take this to your dad's?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you not want the chocolate and the peanut butter?
What are you gonna do with it?
Nothing? Give it away? Can I pack it up for you?
Yes.
I'll do 3 separate containers. Okay.
It's good.
It's good?
Thank you.
But the honey is your favorite.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think if you want an actual granola,
Does it get cold first?
yeah, that's the thing because it's still a little warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be cold if you get.
Once
Better.
it's okay, it'll be better once it gets cold. So I'm
I
actually.
like the honey the most.
You like the honey? Okay, wonderful. So I think if you want to make it like a decadent dessert, then put the toppings on there. I might have done too much, but Marcus says the honey is the best one. So if you want like a closer to a real granola, just do the honey and then let it cool or put it in the fridge like I'm gonna do. Then hopefully I can like break it apart, and that's what we have. So. You're welcome, babe. All right, y'all. So this is what I wanted to do for you all. This is my last stream of 2025. I wish you all the happiest holiday season, new year. Again, this would be great for kids, gifts, teachers, neighbors, whatever. Maybe make it plain and then give them the option to dip it. But I just got a little excited. You're welcome, Megan. Let's see. We are at 46,000 likes. Let's see if we can close out at 50,000. So again, to make this homemade granola, get a bowl. Megan says my oven light is still on. Okay, dear. There you go. All right. Woosah. Get a bowl. You're going to put oats in. If you have oats lying around, this is what we used. 3 cups of oats. Then she says 1 cup of any nuts of choice. I used 2 cups of pecans, and maybe that kind of threw it off, but you could use any nuts or seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, whatever kind of nut or seed that you like. Cinnamon, vanilla, salt, and then any sweetener of your choice, molasses, honey. We did maple syrup. Excuse me. Mix it all together, press it into a pan, bake it at 15 minutes. And then she says you're going to get these big clusters. I really think mine was too much, or it just needs to cool because it's still a little bit warm. Oh, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody. But taste is 10 out of 10. Texture is 9 out of 10. So we'll see how it comes along when it cools. But y'all, I'm telling you, I didn't know it was this easy. Granola is pretty expensive when you buy it. So this is an option for you all. If you have these ingredients lying around the house, just make your own. It's really easy. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Tap the screen on your way out. We're at 47,000. I'm going to see if we can get to 50,000 and then we'll close it out. So I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I make food and femininity content. My cooking lives are Fridays, usually at 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm flying out tonight. If you all like my travel content, I'm going to be flying Turkish Airways for the first time, and they are supposed to have the best food in the air. They actually have a chef on board that does whatever he does. So if you all want to see my cooking content, my flight is 10 p.m. tonight. So you can follow me on any socials and I'll be giving you all my updates. We are traveling to Ghana, West Africa, where I was born. My parents are there. So I'm taking a group and we're going to go see all the sites. So I'll take you all with me virtually if you want to come. If you're interested in joining us next year, everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com, just like the cruise. We're at 49,000 likes. We can do it, y'all. Thank you so much. Tap the screen on your way out. My femininity content, if you're interested in the lady content, is going to be... Lucy and I are taking a hiatus. So right now I'm doing about once a month. And I'm reacting to Kevin Samuel's content and giving you all some hopeful life advice if family is a priority for you. But I post something up every day, and I'll be back in the new year. So I just want to, leave you all with a blessing and some good treats. And if you believe in prayer, please pray for Marcus. You all know he is a Marine and he will be leaving us again, and we won't have any contact. So it's just been a blessing to have him home. New military family. All right, we did it. We made it to 50,000 likes. Thank you all so much.
Recipe is on foodtalktv.com. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you all next year. Thank you. I'm so excited. Bye, everybody. Da-da-da-da. If I can reach it, y'all, it's so far away. Bye. Okay. All right, everybody, here I come. Starting to stick. Let me put this in the fridge while I look at your your comments, and see if it gets any better. Maybe a freezer would be better. All right, everybody, here I come. I'm going to scroll up to the top. Y'all were active today. Oh, my goodness, y'all. All right. Hello, Leslie was here. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Christina. Thank you so much for being here. Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas was great. It was just me, the boys, and my brother. And then my ex-husband came over to pick up the boys. We all FaceTime. Mom and dad. If you all don't know, we retired my elderly parents to Ghana. So they're doing wonderful. Very excited to see them soon. So it was a small Christmas. We had it catered. Cracker Barrel. I still have this dessert here. I guess I need to do something with this pie. Cinnamon roll pie. Anyway, but Christmas was great. Family was together. That's all that matters. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate my moderators. Yes. I just turned 50, y'all. I'm a golden girl and slowing down and loving it. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I went ahead and did this early because I'm flying out tonight. You all know how it goes. Barbara Bush oats. Tell me the joke. I don't know. No, these are not the quick oats. These are the old-fashioned oats. If you want to screenshot it, this is just Walmart. I guess you could microwave them in 3 minutes, but these are the regular oats, okay? Yes, you can make your own flavors. We could have done the coconut extract. Rolled oats, absolutely. Thank you all so much. Got to do a rough chop. Yeah, the pecans, I'm wondering if I did too much with the pecans, but y'all are having fun here. Yes, Bria, your book is in the mail. Let me know if you want your tracking. I sent those off before the holiday with a little gift from me. So again, ladies, if you're interested in the finishing school, this is Lucy and my last time. We are going to be teaching our signature 8-week course. We start January 10th when I come back. If you're interested in etiquette, elegance, femininity, we are going to be teaching live on Zoom Saturdays. Those of you all that have already registered have your calendar invites, and workbooks are going out in the mail, so you should be receiving those anytime now. And then we're going to have our big in-person graduation. Our sponsors are flying in to give you all the keynote address. I've reserved a 7-bedroom property here. I'm going to host the ladies so we can put what we've learned into practice, you know, in casual events and formal events, and just really work on those soft skills in a safe space. And that's our gift to the ladies who want to invest in themselves and prioritize what I think is our superpower. So again, it's at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. Lucy and I are both older now, and so we're going to be taking a break after this. So if you want to get in on the last one, if you or somebody you know has been saying, I need to take one of those Maggie classes, this is the last call, all right? You have some of that coconut oil? I know, exactly. Ooh, raisins would have been good in the granola. Yeah, raisins. Yeah, we eyeball everything. And coconut oil. Yeah, I know Costco ingredients last forever. Nut butter, applesauce, or mashed bananas could substitute the oil. I guess bananas would give you the stickiness. That's an option. Next level. I know, y'all. This is none of my streams go exactly as planned. That's why we struggle stream here. And the fact that y'all keep coming back, I appreciate it. All right. Hello, Bolo. Thank you so much for the blessings. We appreciate it. Last stream for 2025. I will be making content, and I'll be posting and making reels for you all. If you like my travel content, if you want to see the flight experience, the food experience, the travel experience, I will still be posting. But as far as live streams, because I won't be home, and I don't like to, put you all through struggle internet on the road, because sometimes it's a little spotty. So you won't see me live until next year. Tablespoon. Oh, quinoa was a seed. Okay, tablespoon of the chia seeds. Yeah, the extract. We could have done coconut. You love watching. Thank y'all. Oh, y'all are here for the comments. I know. I didn't swear, did I? Sometimes sometimes I have a moment when I taste the food and it's good, but I didn't cuss. I didn't swear. All right. I already have a swear jar for Marcus. Those of y'all in the military, he comes home and he's just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, $5. Use what you have. All right. Moisturize with Maggie. I'm telling y'all, don't you waste that coconut oil. Absolutely. This stuff, use it to cook with, use it to grease up with, all of it. Stir it up. Yeah, the granola. Yeah, you don't want it wet unless you want it for cereal. You could put this in a bowl with some milk. Marcus would have eaten it as cereal, but I didn't know he was going to be here, and I gave him the milk, and anything that would spoil, I give it to the boys to take to their dads. Ooh, dried cranberries would have been good in the granola. Yes. Use a piece of parchment paper in a Pyrex dish to flatten it. Yeah, I think that's it. I tried to do it with the spoon, but I think you really want to press on it. That might have been my issue. Oh, you could do yogurt with it. I do have the whipped topping. Hold up. Okay. It's in the back. We'll do a little bit of the whipped topping. Why am I whispering? I don't know, y'all. I get excited. Who wants a spoon? Y'all, I was looking for my chocolate stash. I know, y'all. It's so embarrassing. What was I rationalizing? Yeah, chocolate is a vegetable. Yeah, let's go with that. Caramel would have been good. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, all the fun. Thank you all so much for being here. Solid as a rock. Doom, 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 doom. Y'all, I just have these songs in my head all the time. Y'all like my song, my musical outburst, going out on a peanut butter glaze of glory. The trifecta. I know, y'all. I was a mess. You already ate? Oh, your team greedy? Y'all remember the hot honey that we made and then it came in the mail? I'm always struggling. I know the smell-o-vision. Oh, y'all, I'm telling you, it smells so good. Let it cool a little, but the cinnamon and the spice, oh, so good. Tell Nana and Papa hello. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all, they're doing great. They are living. Everybody's waiting on them. They're just wonderful. Mom's already given me a list of stuff to bring to her, so I have a third suitcase just for her. You want chocolate and peanut butter then, honey? Oh, milk, I know, right? Make a cereal. Ooh, some fresh fruit. I do have some raspberries. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, looks good. We don't waste anything. Granola. Oh, thank you all so much. Gina saying, put it over some ice cream. Y'all want me to just leave it all on the mat. Oh, thank you for the recipe. Yeah, we love Lucy. She is enjoying her life with her dear husband. And, y'all, Lucy has said, I'm 50. Lucy is 9 years older than me, and her husband is 9 years older than her. And she has shared that. So, once you get to these later years, y'all, we want to slow down and enjoy all that hard work. All right. Yes. Prayers for Marcus. Absolutely. Cinnamon roll pie. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So let me see if I can do a quick fruit and whipped cream and granola. I'm going to use the honey cup. And then I'm going to let y'all go because I still got, oh my gosh, does my fruit look bad? Y'all don't judge me, but we can use it up until you use me up. Okay, we got some sad raspberries. Oh my God, y'all. Watch this be so good. We got some blueberries. All right, we'll see what we can use up before I go. All right, let's take this out. Okay, yeah. That's the only thing I would do differently, y'all. Really use that parchment paper and smash it because it's still slightly warm to the touch. Or put this in the freezer. Okay, let's do that. So I'm gonna get a little bit of Marcus's. Y'all. In the fridge, it's like we're getting like more clusters now. It just needs to cool. Okay, I won't take all of his granola. Greedy. Oh my God. All right, so we got some granola. Let me pick out the raspberries oh my gosh. Let me rinse these off. Please be good.
Hold on, y'all. Let me dry these. But yeah, let me say thank you all to all of y'all for being here throughout the year. Whether you watch live or watch the replay, I am not trying to build an empire. I'm just a mom on the internet, and I love to cook for y'all and have fun. But really, hopefully y'all know me by now. This is what I would be doing anyway. That's how my channel started. I was already cooking and people were asking me about it. Let's check these blueberries and rinse these off. So thank you all for being so supportive, having fun with me, letting me mess up, supporting the family, watching the boys grow. I really do appreciate it. It's a nice little outlet for me. I work in tech. And so this is a great, like, you know, we all need something that can make you, you know, just kind of enjoy. Coming together, a nice little parfait. And then we have this True Whip. This is a coconut whipped cream. So this is like a Cool Whip made from coconut cream. All right. So make your little parfait. This could be like a little healthy-ish dessert option. See, look at that. It even looks like red, white, and blue. All right. Let me get a bite, and then I'm going to let you go. Marcus is going to get the luggage, and then I'll do one last pass through. A little blueberry, little raspberry, little pecan. Look at that. Mama. We did it, y'all. We have overcome. I hope that wasn't inappropriate. Y'all. Oh my gosh. The colder it gets, the better it gets. Y'all, I'm telling you. Because you bite down and then you have the burst of the fresh fruit. Yeah, I'm going to put this back in the freezer or the fridge, y'all. This is so good. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Stay tuned. If you want travel content, stay tuned. If you want cooking content, I'll be back in a couple weeks. If you want relationship content, I think I'll be back in about, I don't know, a couple weeks, 10 days, something like that. Oh, it's a hit. Whoever suggested this with the fruit, absolutely. I gave away the yogurt, but imagine that on yogurt. So yummy. All right, y'all. Love y'all, and I'll see you all in the friendly skies.